Guyana, please join me on the Glenn Lal Show, 99.1, 99.5 FM, Kaieteur Radio, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 7:20 p.m., and a rebroadcast of the next day at 11 a.m., just in case you miss that program.
This is the news on top of the hour.
Live from our studio in Georgetown.
Kaieteur Radio, 99.1 FM.
Good evening. Welcome to this evening's newscast on Kaieteur Radio. I'm Kevin Smith. Without further ado, let's get to the news in detail. The PPPC administration is seeking 3 international consultants to review submissions by ExxonMobil for studies related to the Kaieteur project. According to the Ministry of Natural Resources invitation for individual consultancies, which was published yesterday, an international consultant is being sought to review and assess a block seismic and well injection study. In this regard, the Kaieteur Petroleum Production License states that ExxonMobil should complete an analysis of natural seismic activity and magnitude from events such as earthquakes and volcanoes, etc. The analysis is expected to consider the potential impact of the injection of fluids on such activities. The successful applicant is expected to provide support to the government in executing an assessment of the submissions the operator has made with respect to the block seismic activity study and its alignment with the approved terms of reference and international best practices. In other news, the government is forging ahead with a proposed gas-to-shore energy project, but among the requirements needed by ExxonMobil before it proceeds with its end of the commitments are a few critical documents that need to be finalized. This includes a gas sales agreement, despite the fact that Vice President Bharat Jagdeo has on more than one occasion made several pronouncements on the matter, ranging from the gas being provided free of cost to the fact that Ghana would not pay above market rates. Nonetheless, the agreement is among the prerequisites listed by ExxonMobil before going ahead with the project. According to a 2018 secret cabinet paper, the considerations on the part of the government that need to be communicated to ExxonMobil before it makes a final investment decision is the site location. This is in addition to submitting a draft gas sales agreement. And moving on. After expending more than $160 million, the PPPC administration is still pumping more money into the Chedijagan International Airport expansion project, with a $23.3 million tender now out to facilitate the rehabilitation of the existing roof at the country's main port of entry. Even though the Minister of Public Works, Juan Edgel, recently promised that the total cost for the project will not exceed $200 million, that cannot be guaranteed, as the project is currently a work in progress. As the country awaits the completion of this project, which falls way below expectations, taxpayers are still obligated to repay a loan of $138 million to China, which forms part of the contract sum. And now let's tell you the full court bench comprising Justices Brassington Reynolds and Sandal Kissoon on Friday upheld the decision to allow for the scrutiny of monies requested by constitutional agencies. In upholding the decision, the court dismissed a notice of appeal and notice of application filed for a number of conservatory orders. The actions were filed by, among others, APNU-AFC MP Ganesh Mahipal, Coretta MacDonald, and General Secretary of the Ghana Teachers Union, Don Gardner. Mahipal had joined the other persons to ask the court to preserve the changes made to the Fiscal Management and Accountability Amendment Act under former President David Granger. And moving on, build under the theme Charting a Sustainable Energy Future, facilitators of the inaugural International Energy Conference and Exposition Ghana yesterday formally launched the event aimed at bringing together not just industry experts and players with potential business partners, but also policymakers in order to shape a cohesive policy for the future development of the oil and gas resources, particularly in the Ghana Basin. This much was made clear by organizers yesterday. International Energy Inc.'s interim CEO, Ajani Abel, outlined that the conference will not only be focused on presentations that will provide a snapshot of the current energy landscape, but also include several developmental opportunities and pathways that can lead to a prosperous and sustainable future for Guyana. And to wrap things up this evening, let's tell you that a man who has since been identified as Damien Culpepper died after he lost control of a Toyota Hilux pickup, which toppled along the 49-kilometer Backhall Road in Region 3 on Monday night. Investigators reported that the driver and 6 persons, including Culpepper, and a woman identified as Big Auntie and her daughter Zani, were inside the vehicle when the incident occurred sometime between 20 hours 30 and 21 hours on Monday. The vehicle, driven by 24-year-old Zulfikar Budu, was heading into the interior at about 50 to 60 miles per hour. Investigators said the driver claimed that whilst ascending a hill, he dropped into a huge hole and lost control of the vehicle. As a result, the vehicle toppled once. And with that, we've come to the end of this evening's newscast. I'm Kevin Smith. Thank you for listening. Coming up next, a short presentation from the publisher of the Kaieteur News, Mr. Glenn Lal, followed by the National Outlook. And at 19 hours 20, the Glenn Lal Show, Tell It As It Is.
Want value for your advertising dollar? Then place your ads on Kaieteur Radio's newscasts. Streamed live on 6 different mediums, reaching hundreds of thousands. Advertise today and watch your dollar grow. Call us on 225-8465